Hi, it's Peter from Charlie Talks Football, Charlie's dad. Charlie's asked me to do an update tonight for him on transfer news. So Chris Wood has joined Nottingham Forest on loan until the end of the season. This will be turned into a permanent deal for £15 million at the end of the season if he hits the targets that have been set within the deal. Personally, I think it's a really good deal for Forest and for Newcastle. I think Chris Wood was bought in for £25 million and he helped us stay in the Premier League, scoring a couple of vital goals. His performances this season overall have been decent. His link-up play has improved, but as Eddie Howe said in his press conference today, now we need a different type of forward to what we needed at the end of last season to help us stay up. So he's off to Nottingham Forest. Now, this leaves the question, who will replace Chris Wood? Now, Eddie Howe has said in his press conference today that we could get a forward potentially who can come straight into the team, but who doesn't necessarily have Premier League experience, which is that a little sign that we might be bringing in a player who, or attempting to bring in a player who is not in the Premier League. So it could be someone like Ramos from Ramos from Benfica, who we've been interested in with previously. He's a really good player, good goal scorer, and he did well against us in the friendly when we played Benfica. Interestingly, that Wolves player Guedes has gone. He's a Portuguese centre forward. He's gone on loan today to Benfica. So that potentially could free up them allowing Ramos to leave. So will he come to Newcastle? Will they allow him to leave? Who knows? Another more movement today in the transfer market is that Madueke from PSV has signed for Chelsea. Now, this could free up a few players at Chelsea. There's Ruben Loftus-Cheek, there's also Conor Gallagher, and also Ziyech, the Moroccan player. Now, they're obviously midfielders. Newcastle are looking for a midfielder. Newcastle have been linked to these players before, so could that potentially be a deal in place there for Newcastle to get one of those three players? It's another one that we'll just have to wait and see there. Or could Newcastle potentially back in for Diaby? I mean, Arsenal were interested in him, but they've actually signed Leandro Trossard from Brighton, who's a very good player. I think that's a really astute bit of business by Arsenal bringing him in. I think he'll really help them, and it's a player whom Newcastle have been interested in previously. So does that mean that they're out the race, Arsenal, to sign Diaby? And does it mean that Newcastle, at the front of the queue now, will buy Leverkusen, who've been struggling this season, actually let him go? I think it would be for a lot of money. I think they've quoted that they're wanting £88 million for him, but they're wanting to keep him till the end of the season. So that'll be a really interesting one to see if that develops. He would be a great signing for Newcastle. Bayer Leverkusen have struggled this season, but he's still scored goals and created assists. He's a really good player and he would improve our team immensely. So one to watch. Also some news on Bruno Guimaraes, who was expected to be out until at least the Southampton game. Obviously he had his scan, it wasn't as bad as first feared, but he was expected back sometime, perhaps the Carabao Cup game against Southampton. Well, actually he has travelled down to London with the squad today and he is in the squad for the game tomorrow, so he may actually feature for the game tomorrow. So that's really good news for Newcastle, and it may also shift Newcastle's attention from bringing in another midfielder, an attacking midfielder, to more focus on a forward with Wood going. Still might need a central defensive midfielder with Shelvey being out injured for another month or so, and Shelvey's been linked with a Turkish team, Beşiktaş, but I don't think he'll end up going there. I don't think that deal will happen. And also news that we were aware that Ivan Fresneda, the Real Valladolid player from Spain, the young right back, his agent's been in London and he's actually returned to Spain now. He has been in discussions with Newcastle and Arsenal officials, but no deal has been agreed yet, and his agent has returned back to Spain, but he is expected to back in the UK next week to have further discussions. So that's one also to keep an eye on. So thanks very much for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed this information and that you're enjoying the channel. It's really growing, so that's really great. So if you can share this, or if you can like it, or subscribe if you haven't done so, it just helps us to grow the channel and continue the work we're doing. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.